Honestly, another great business idea. Think outside the box, Caissie.
Okay.
Scholastic Book Fair for Adults. Let's do it.
Yes.
Let's do it.
I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm doing my best.
We're ready to go.
Ready to go.
Yeah.
Wow. Everyone at home, you don't know this because you can't know what this day has been like. But we're recording this very late for us because Busy's been on a journey.
I was on a journey. Anytime you leave your house now, it's a journey. Let's be real.
It's a real journey.
But in specific, I took a journey to Chicago. And I was supposed to go to Chicago I was supposed to go Sunday night.
Yeah.
And then there was a whole shebang, thing.
Sure.
Not a shebang. It wasn't fun.
It was more of like a hullabaloo?
It was more like a dramatic change of plans.
Okay.
And a little bit, I kind of want to go into it because I think it's kind of like interesting and important. And then on the other hand, I do need to remember that like my children are their own people and like, I want to respect their personhood and like not like overshare.
Right.
But without oversharing too much, Birdie's birthday was on Saturday.
Right.
Birdie, we talked about this a year ago. You and Birdie are the same. Birdie hates their birthday. Hates it. Always.
Oh, yeah.
Always is like, it's not ever going to be anything that's interesting, fun, or like it's always going to be a disappointment.
Yeah.
Birdie's favorite birthday to date was the birthday of the first lockdown because I kind of went overboard to try to make it special.
Yeah.
So I like printed out all these pictures from like all of Birdie's favorite TV show characters and stuff and like had them like with thought bubbles, you know?
Yeah.
And like wishing Birdie a happy birthday. And then I just like put them everywhere in the house. Like Cricket and I like woke up early and just like papered the whole house. And then that was the year that I got that like insane happy birthday video made for Birdie with like pre-Cameo. Well, no, I mean, I was on Cameo then, but like, but like a Cameo vid where I was like, but it was literally just people I was friends with, like Andy Samberg and Gillian and like all the, just like.
Very cool. Yeah.
It was very cool. Danny Pudi. So anyway, so historically speaking, it's always been a bust. We've really been working hard on like expectation. And you know what? This is why I'm bringing this up.
Yeah.
Because I think that this is a thing that I know, like I had a situation literally yesterday where I was like, in my head had not decided, but I had just thought about what this was going to be, like this thing that I was doing,
Yeah.
And like there was a wrinkle and it wasn't going to be like exactly, and I was disappointed. And then a part of me was like, I'm going to get mad about this. Right. And then in my head, I was like, okay, you know what though? Breaks. Because why am I getting mad? Oh, it's because I'm disappointed. What is the actual emotion? It's like disappointment, sadness. Can I just hold that for a second and give myself compassion for like, it's okay if like you're kind of sad that things don't turn out the way that you expected them to. And then like you breathe through it and then you don't want to be an asshole anymore. This is me. I'm talking about me.
Right. Sure.
And then I didn't want to be mad or a jerk anymore. I just was like, I just would like to solve this problem with you. Like now I want to like help. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Because if you're able to be compassionate to yourself, you are able to be compassionate to others.
Right.
This is a skill set that children oftentimes,
They're
have to work on.
Yeah.
And also sometimes 43-year-old women have to work on it. But so anyway, we really worked this week with Birdie about the last week about it's not just like lowering your expectations. It's like voicing, if you do have big expectations, voicing what they are to the people around you so that they can either be like, that's maybe within the world of things that could be possible, or no, dude, that's like literally in crazy town, right? So like that's number one. But then number two is like, it is a little bit like lowering expectations. It's more just like, let's be realistic about everything, you know? Like is every birthday the greatest, biggest blowout in Mexico?
Right.
No.
Yeah, it's not possible.
Not possible.
Right.
Anyway, so I have to say, Birdie had a pretty nice birthday.
Good.
And was like fairly pleased, like with all of it. Like it was great. Like the night before Birdie's birthday, Birdie's two favorite babysitters / friends, paid friends,
sure,
took Birdie to this thing called the Stranger Things experience.
Oh yeah, you were able to send them.
When is the Prince experience coming to LA?
I don't know. I was wondering that because we were talking about the Prince experience. This is like the new thing now. Maybe, I don't know
experiential.
if an experiential exhibit has come to your town, but like, we were wondering.
Oh, everybody's seen a fucking museum of ice cream. You know what I mean?
Yes. Well, you were wondering where it was in Chicago, the Prince experience, and I guess it's just in some random building. Like
I saw it.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I saw it. It was like essentially like it used to be like Barney's, you know? It's
exactly.
Like a store. But you know, it's also like that roving, the live, like interactive Van Gogh experience.
Yes.
And they have like a bunch of them now. And look, like I think that these are like pop culture museums.
Yeah.
And I'm not mad about it.
No.
And I also think that if artists or their estates are like truly benefiting from it, like that's fantastic.
That's great. Yeah.
And then I also think that the origin of it was Pierre Louisa and her thing that she did before she was like girl bossed out or whatever of Refinery 29.
Right, Refinery 29. Yes.
She was the one that came up with the concept and started 29 Rooms.
Oh, right.
I think that was before the Museum of Ice Cream. I think all of those Instagram museums
what it
came
always
after.
Makes me think of is like every every professional haunted hayride or whatever that's been like happening since the 90s.
Right, but these places exist just for people to take pictures.
Yeah.
Like it's just an Instagram museum.
Yeah, it's just an Instagram opportunity.
Yeah, it was
a pop-up.
It's a pop-up, but for people, it's a pop-up pink wall. Some might say.
Exactly.
Could be.
Exactly. People might not know about the pink wall, but Paul Smith is
Who
the
doesn't
store.
fucking know about the pink
People
wall?
might not. People might not. So Paul Smith, the store.
Do your own research.
I love a Paul Smith accessory because I love the unique striping. I've always thought it was so weird that the pink wall wasn't striped if it's on the Paul Smith store here in Los Angeles. But when it started to become like popular to take selfies or whatever, people were going to this pink wall on the outside of Paul Smith.
Okay, wait. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I gotta say something.
You gotta say something.
I just Googled it.
Yeah.
29 Rooms was launched in 2015 on Refinery 29's 10-year anniversary. It has been credited as the first selfie museum.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Totally makes sense. So now you see it all the time, like there's like a colorful museum.
I went to that one with Birdie.
Okay.
Yeah, color.
Is that the one that has giant cereal in it?
Does it?
Like you get in a cereal bowl with like
maybe. Oh
Fruit
yeah,
Loops.
maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
I always,
you know for sure I did not get in that fucking.
You can't do that, especially now.
No,
you can't get into the corn pops monkeypox bowl.
Fuck no.
No. Wait, can you turn up your microphone just a teeny bit? Josh said that he thought your microphone was a little low last time.
I think it is low. Wait, now I turned it up. Can you hear it better? Now I'm in. Yes,
you always sounded great to me, but I just wanted to make sure you turned it up.
I'm looking at my levels.
You're checking your levels. Yeah. So I like that. I like that experiential. I haven't seen too many pictures from the Prince one, but how was the Stranger Things one?
Well, they like Birdie and the babysitters had the best time, and also they're not really supposed to talk about it.
Oh, okay. Interesting. It's like,
so I didn't get too many details, but I got a couple pictures.
Yeah,
it's a fight club with well, I think that there's something happens, so they like don't want, like it's probably like the same experience for everybody, and they just want people to have like a good time and not have anything spoiled. No spoilers. Right. So
I like
it's not
they
like
didn't
the Museum
tell
of Ice
you.
Cream.
They refused to tell you.
I wouldn't have understood anyway since I don't watch Stranger Things. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I get it.
But then Birdie had wanted to see Dear Evan Hansen on Saturday night because Gaten Matarazzo is in it. Mm-hmm. And we talked about that last week, right?
Yeah.
Well, here's what I'm going to say. So Birdie and I had watched the Dear Evan Hansen. Okay, this is like purely musical theater break. So if you are not a person that cares about or is interested in musical theater, please press that fast forward button and we won't return to it. We're here for a minute. It is what it is. All right. So I saw Dear Evan Hansen in its Broadway infancy. So I think it is like 2015 or 2016. That was a long ass time ago.
Right.
Also considering just the world. Okay.
Yeah.
I actually went with Greta Gerwig. We sat together. Ben Platt was in. Greta and I at first, I remember like looking over at her and making eye contact and being like, what the fuck is this? And then, oh boy, did that shit hit so hard.
Yeah.
Because it's incredible.
Yeah.
But then that was a long time ago. And Birdie and I watched the Dear Evan Hansen movie together. And Birdie has a friend who really likes Dear Evan Hansen, Simran's kid, Sage.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Remember he went as Evan Hansen for Halloween one year?
I remember him dressing as Hamilton characters a lot.
That was first grade. I believe second grade he was Dear Evan Hansen.
Okay.
Anyway, so Birdie and I've watched the movie version. It does okay. And so I was like, so Birdie's seen this, so they know what they're in store for.
Right.
Here's where I'm like, that movie really did a disservice to the stage show. And guys, I'm sorry. I fucking love Ben Platt. I love the people involved. But I am telling you something right now. If you have only seen the movie of Dear Evan Hansen, you have not experienced like the power of that fucking show. It is intense and powerful and fucking devastating and really, really intense. And especially if you happen to be a teenager, perhaps, who has struggled with, self-harm, suicidal ideation, right?
Yeah.
Or then, especially if you happen to be the parent of a teen or an adult or a child, whatever, that has gone through something really traumatic for them.
That's been touched by,
Or if you happen to be a person who's been touched by suicide in any way, shape, or form. These are all like trigger warnings. Trigger warnings I knew. Because again, I've seen the show.
I've seen it, yeah.
And then watched the movie with Birdie. But I did sort of like just not remember after watching the movie. I didn't remember how sometimes like theater is so much more intimate, because you're sitting there like 10 feet away from the person or 20 or whatever, but you're in the same, you're like breathing the same air
right.
as the person doing the thing on stage, right?
Right.
And so look, in retrospect, should I have maybe been like, that's a really deep, intense thing. Maybe let's not go to that at all. But Birdie really wanted to see the kid from Stranger Things, which I get.
Right.
And there's a possibility, and Birdie's 14, and there's a possibility that Birdie would have just said, which is what I thought, I've seen the movie. You know what I mean?
Right.
This is just like, I'm just airing all of these things because I don't know. Like Mark and I went through the fails after, and we were like, where could we have done better? Like, what should we have done instead? You know?
Right. Right.
And it's really complicated because, you know, for so many reasons, like, because you don't fucking know and you want to make your kids happy, especially like on their birthday. And this was a thing that felt like, and also, like, I guess I didn't really remember how the intimacy of theater makes the whole show have this other level to it. And like, it's almost its own character, right? Like you're in this intimate like thing with these people on stage who are really going through the emotions. Like any person who has ever seen like really incredible dramatic theater work will knows that that is like the most intimate and exposed thing to watch a person do in front of you. Like it can be, I don't know. Anyway, sorry, I'm on a tangent about acting. So, okay, you guys can start listening again if you're not interested. Anyway, it was hard for us. Like it was really hard. That show was really hard for us. And afterwards we were like walked half a block down and we're like sobbing and like holding each other, me and the bird, and literally sobbing on like half a block down. Someone's like, I'm so sorry. Hi, I'm such a fan. You are so beautiful in person. And I was like, what? And Birdie like turned around, like eyes puffy and red. And I'm like legit sobbing. And the lady's like, my friends told me not to say anything, but like, hi, I just wanted to, y'all like pictures don't do you guys justice. And I was like, okay, thank you. Like, thank you. That's very sweet. It almost feels like an insult, but that's very sweet. Okay, thank you. And then she was like, oh, I don't know. You're crying. I don't know what that's about. And I was like,
why would you?
Yes, that's right. Then I a little bit was like, we just saw the show. And she was like, oh yeah, me too. Okay, well, I was just like, okay, lady, I can't. And if you're listening to the podcast, bless your heart. Like you had no idea. But if you listen to the podcast, you don't listen to the podcast, right? Right? I have to say probably not.
Probably
like anyone
not,
who knows like the complications of like,
yeah,
no,
probably not. But let's just say we're all familiar with the phrase "read the room." Maybe also read the outdoors. Sometimes, you know, if you see someone on the street and they have tears in their eyes, maybe just leave them alone in that moment.
Yeah, and if like we've been through this before. If you're on a train and you're a single guy, don't offer any help or assistance because chances are that bitch is going to scream in your face.
I mean, you just have to know what could happen,
what you're in for. Anyway, it threw Sunday into a loop.
Yeah,
I mean,
there was a
fallout. There was a fallout. And we really had to like move through some things and like
had to regroup
and we had to regroup. And I literally couldn't leave Birdie on Sunday. Oh my God, I'm gonna cry. But then also I was like, but is this against like the parenting stuff that like we're trying to do with them? Like I don't want to reinforce like, you know, it's just so fucking hard, guys. It is hard to be a human. It's hard to have children. It's hard. Okay, go. What are your thoughts?
No, I was just gonna say, I mean, like going back to, because I don't want anyone to think like if you go up and tell someone that you like admire their work or whatever, that it's not like a bad thing. It was just like a bad and weird moment that like sounds like it went on a little too long. But also when you admire someone's work, then they can like genuinely say, oh, thank you so much. Like, because that's a thing that they worked on. But when you just like comment on how someone looks, it's very weird to even begin to know how to react to that in the best moment.
Well, that was like part of like, actually, well, in some ways it was sort of a relief because Birdie just like burst out laughing because it's so fucking stupid, like in this moment in time, like also like if you like, if you are listening, like, know this. If the only thing you want to say to me is that I'm beautiful, keep moving. It's not the way to my heart. It's not the way to my anything, as a matter of fact.
Right.
It only upsets me and makes me wary of you. Because why do you value that above all the fucking myriad of 4 billion other things in this world that I do and have done in my life? Like, I'm a fucking great friend to people. I'm like a really good, like, I don't mind it when people are like, I love how you're Michelle's best friend. I don't care. That's a great. Thank you. In Arizona, I told you this, like people were stopping me like, thank you so much for speaking up for abortion.
Right.
So many ways. Like, yes, every fucking time. If Birdie and I had been sobbing in each other's arms and she had said like, I'm so sorry. I just want to say thank you so much for speaking up for abortion. Have a great night.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
But like, you're so beautiful. Pictures don't do you justice. Like, what are we doing, ma'am? What are we doing?
It's just one of those things. Yeah. That like, that's one of those things that I'm sure I've done a million times. But then there came a point in my life where I was like, I have to stop like personally perpetuating this because, I
guarantee you haven't done it a million times. I guarantee you haven't. I guarantee you haven't. I've known you for so long now. And also like, even when I didn't know you, I knew you. And I don't think that you are a person who was like, I'm so sorry. You're just beautiful.
Yeah, probably not. Probably
no.
But I mean,
you're trying to be generous. You're trying to be generous to people listening who are identifying with that woman.
Yes.
And all I'm saying is like, just check your fucking shit if your first thought about a person is their physical appearance.
Right. When I say I've done it a million times, I think I have gone up to like friends and said, you look great. And it's like, I made a point to stop doing that at some point because it just has nothing to do with anything. And so I know I've talked about this before. I made a concerted effort to start to say, it's nice to see you, because that's what I really meant. That's what I really meant. How somebody looks wasn't important. And the reason I decided that is because like, when people are telling me you look great this time when I'm seeing you, that means that I didn't look great the 10 times prior, that you like, I look better to you now than I did before. And like, why do I even care how I look to you?
Here's another thing I do want to say, which is this is when you're in complicated positions, which is what I feel like a lot of men are like, I'm always in the worst position, which is like, okay, fine. But when a person does, like a person you're friends with or whatever, because I was just thinking about somebody that I am friends with who like mentioned, like, I've been making a real effort because I wanted to get in shape and lose weight and take better care of myself in that way. Like, and not that equals taking better care of yourself, guys.
Right.
I'm just saying this is what the person said to me.
It was their decision.
Then I'm like, you look great. Oh my God, you look fucking great. I love it.
Oh my gosh. It is so wild. It is it's so habitual.
It's habitual.
And I get it.
Also, guys, just because you're listening, like, I am extraordinarily beautiful in person. I am like a ball of light you're almost like, can I look at it straight in the, it feels,
Mariska
I mean, it's like
Hargitay vibes.
Well, by the way, no, but that is actually true.
You know, I think she's the most beautiful person.
But you
I've
know what?
ever
That is
seen.
actually true about Mariska Hargitay.
She is like, when you see her on TV, you're like,
We're the worst hypocrites of all time. We're like, guys,
Olivia
do
Benson.
not talk about people's appearance. And then we're like, but you know what? Mariska, like in
Olivia
person,
Benson is.
she literally glows. The woman glows. But I actually think Mariska glows just from within. I
She
actually
glows
do
from
think,
within.
Yes, I do
I
actually
think
want
it's
to just
because
say,
she's extraordinary. And
I
like,
think she's an extraordinary person.
Yes.
And Mariska, I'm sorry I dropped the ball about being friends with you when we moved to New York. I had a lot going on. But after they were filming SVU next to me, and I was like, Mariska, hey!
You look great.
Hi!
SVU doesn't do
weight?
you justice.
Fuck. Never forget. I'll never forget the Bed Bath and Beyond employee that kept me like essentially hostage for 15 minutes while he grilled me about, no, really, what have I done to make myself so much better looking than I've been on TV?
Oh my God.
And I was like, I cannot engage in this any longer. This is making me feel bad about myself. I can't do this. This is,
oh my
but
God.
really, like for real, what have you done? Is it plastic surgery? What have you done? I'm like, I can't, no. But also even answering no at this point feels upsetting. Like I can't do this. It feels
belaboring the point.
Yes. It feels like I'm like agreeing with you if I say no. I can't.
Hollywood Break, the camera, you've always heard the saying, the camera adds 10 pounds. The camera adds a whole bunch of shit and like subtracts a whole bunch of shit. And there's no telling what it will do. And
here's what I will say.
Depends on the camera.
Here's what I will say. If you've read my book, side note, Caissie, guess fucking what? My book broke even.
That's amazing. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. Okay, guys. And book break. When you write a book, you get what is called an advance. You've all heard of advances. Advances are amazing and wonderful things. Here's the deal. They don't really make a ton of sense, I don't think, necessarily. They give you the impetus. They give you the thing to write the book.
Yeah.
Motivation.
Yeah.
It gave me the motivation to write the book. I would never fucking have written it if I didn't have that.
Want to clarify that advances come in all different sizes for all different types of authors. And so like a celebrity advance for a memoir is probably oftentimes much bigger. 6 figs, much bigger than
or 7?
Say 7 often, probably. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But like
not mine.
If your friend from college is a mid-list young adult author, they're not making 6-figure advances on their
but
books.
the deal is with advances is that you don't actually make a penny on when the book comes out until the book sales break even for what the publishing company paid you for the book.
And by the way, if your book is like $25, your advance gets earned out in the amount that is your share per book. So if you're only making like $1 per copy of the book and say your advance was $1 million, it has to sell 1 million copies before you earn out your advance and start to collect royalties.
Right. I didn't really understand that until you just explained it. But okay, so which makes it like kind of even a bigger deal, I feel like, that my book. So the point is a lot of celebrity memoirs don't break even. Right. And once you break even, then any book sales, I get
your dollar per copy.
I get my dollar per copy. Well, I get like more of my share. Yeah. I haven't gotten anything until this point. Yeah. I mean, I got the advance. Right. But I haven't gotten anything since the book came out for the book. Right. So now, as of this month, I have made $300.
Wow. That's more than musicians are making over on Spotify.
And let me tell you something. I was fucking thrilled. I started clapping.
Of course you were. That's amazing.
Clapping.
That's a huge accomplishment.
So guys, also if you want to like buy my book now would be a great
Now's a great
time for me.
Do you want to hear something wild? My friend Alan Katz, who was a writer at the Rosie O'Donnell Show, and since then he's become like a really successful children's book author. But we would always write like little, not always, but once in a while we'd write a little novelty book together for what like some stupid idea that we had or whatever.
Like an Urban Outfitters book?
Yeah, like an Urban Outfitters type of book.
I love an Urban Outfitters book.
Like one time we wrote a book, like a song book called Maternity the Musical that was about like songs that you could sing when you're pregnant or whatever. Really stuff that probably doesn't hold up. Don't go look for it. But one time we wrote a joke book. We co-wrote a joke book for the Scholastic book fair, Scholastic Publishing.
All right.
It was called The United Jokes of America.
I'm obsessed already.
And we were like, this will be great. Every kid in every state has a state, and kids love joke books. And it was like, it was a presidential election year. So we thought, like, this will be good. And so I forget if we even got an advance or if it worked that way with Scholastic. But busy, when I tell you I got like a royalty check for that book, and it was, keep in mind, I co-wrote it with my friend, so it was only half of it. But like the amount of copies that it sold, it was like, it would have been like a bestseller many, many, many times over because of how many millions of copies it sold. It was wild. It was wild. And I was like, this is...
People love dumb books.
They love a joke book. Kids love a joke book. They will always buy a joke book at the Scholastic Book Fair. So Scholastic Book Fair, I don't know if you're listening, but I still got jokes in me. Hit me up. I will happily write another joke book for...
I mean, I literally am only saying... Okay, so you know that Birdie and I watch Kaylin and Weston Corey?
Yes. You
Okay.
always mess up their names.
Right, because I call them Kaylin. Wait, Kaylin Corey.
Yeah.
I think that, I used to call them Kaylin Corey. Now I'm very much into the world of Kaylin and Weston Corey.
Sure.
And so this is what I will say I didn't fuck up for Birdie's birthday. And I'm only bringing this up because in one of their coffee cam videos, they drive past an elementary school and Kaylin Corey is like, oh my God, they have a Scholastic book fair happening over there. Can we go? Can we go? And then he's like, no, you can't just go to it's a school. Like, you don't have children. You're an adult, like whatever. And she's like, could I just like volunteer and then like buy stuff? I just like want like some cute erasers and like some choose your own adventure books or whatever. Anyway, it made me laugh so hard because honestly, another great business idea. Think outside the box, Caissie.
Okay.
Scholastic Book Fair for adults. Let's do it.
Yes. It works.
Let's do it.
It works.
Anyway, their fucking bit about the Scholastic Book Fair and like who volunteers for it. And she's like, I could just volunteer to like work at it. And he's like, I think you have to be a parent there. These are 24-year-olds, guys. Like, she's 24.
God.
He's like 21 or whatever. Anyway, these are Birdie's favorite YouTubers. I called the girl, Sammy, that like helps me at Cameo.
Yeah.
Like
Hi,
my
Sammy.
Cameo rep. Hey, Sammy, we love you. So, I mean, we really do love you. Because I called Sammy or texted Sammy and I was like, Sammy, I see that one of these kids used to be on Instagram, but they're like not doing it right, whatever. They're like
on
offline,
Cameo.
off. What did I say? Instagram.
You said Instagram.
Off. Yes, Cameo.
Their Cameo's not turned on right now.
Their Cameo's not turned on right now. They're Birdie and my favorite. Is there any way, can we pull the strings? Can you hook me up with a Kaylin and Weston Corey fucking Cameo for Birdie's birthday? And boy did Sammy come through. And I got 2 cameos. One from Kaylin and one from Weston. And I got an Instagram follow from their parents.
Whoa. You're really in now.
Anyway, Scholastic Book Fair for adults is all I'm saying. That's all I'm
That's
saying.
a genius idea. I think that
No, I'm on fire this week. I'm telling you, shit's gonna happen.
because the smart thing about the Scholastic Book Fair is they don't put a ton into those Scholastic books. Remember, they're all soft cover. They're not like super high production value. They don't put a lot of money into like art.
Here's my idea. Ready?
And there's no marketing.
It's coming.
Okay.
We get an imprint, okay?
Yeah.
For adults.
Yeah.
We know so many fucking great people.
Yeah.
We get them to write whatever. We pay them. Yep. Wait, do we do the opposite of an advance?
Yeah, maybe they just pay out at what they sell.
Just you write it, you fucking sell it at our Scholastic Adult Book Fair.
Yeah.
You walk away with it.
I would do it. Oh, and by the way, and then we get some kind of pipeline right to turning these into television movies, these properties, these IPs.
It's the only thing we ask for. The only thing in return is that we're allowed to option it first.
Yeah. I think
we see what hits and we see what hits.
Yeah.
We see what hits and we see what hits. You guys, I have been like, no joke, now I'm drinking so much wine right now, but only because I'm exhausted. You know what I always say?
What do you always say?
That feeling your best starts with what you put in your body.
That's true.
It's what you eat.
Yeah.
And this is why we love Sakara, because Sakara helps you not just to live a healthy, balanced lifestyle, but also you get to truly enjoy it because it tastes so damn good. Plant-rich, delicious meals, functional wellness essentials. It's kind of the greatest. We've talked about it for a long time. I hope you guys have tried it. If you haven't tried it, I want you to try it.
We want you to try it. Because listen, it's okay to have a little rigatoni pepperoni pizza once in a while, but then later you might want to feel like having a little plant-rich dish from Sakara that gets you back on track.
Listen, we got to have balance in our lives. We have to nourish our bodies. We have to transform our lives. Sakara is a wellness company that's anchored in food as medicine, a thing I very much deeply believe. It's on a mission to nourish your body through the power of plants to help you find the way, break your sugar habit, break your cravings, giving you the tools you need.
Get your skin glowing.
Oh, God. The skin really glows.
It's true.
It is so true. It is. The plant-based ingredients are like intense, chef-crafted breakfasts, lunches, dinners. They show up right to your door. It's my favorite thing ever. It's the perfect
best part. Yeah.
Yes. Well, that's the best part. And it's the thing that resets my body. Truly.
Yeah.
Truly.
After traveling, living it up a little bit, having
the
rosé,
rigatoni.
pepperoni pizza. It's really good to know that, like, okay, I had my fun. Now let me get back to this reset, because eating Sakara is also really fun and it just feels good in a way that you're not gonna get elsewhere.
And Sakara's received rave reviews, not just from me, but from Vogue and Goop and the New York Times and so many more places. Guys, if you haven't tried Sakara, you have to try Sakara. And right now, Sakara is offering our listeners 20% off their first order when they go to sakara.com/busy or enter code BUSY at checkout. That's Sakara. It's SAKARA.com/busy. You're going to get 20% off your first order. Sakara.com/busy. Olive and June. Olive and June. Olive and June. Olive and June. This is good. This is good. This is good. This is good.
I mean, it's
It's
like,
a new vibe. It's a new
it's
vibe.
a new vibe for Olive and June, like maybe for fall.
Yeah.
Love Olive and June so much. You guys know this. It's like we do these ads week after week telling you.
Have you tried it?
Just I really just want you to try it because I really sincerely mean everything that I tell you about Olive and June.
We love it.
The colors are amazing. People await the color drops, like when Olive and June announces their new colors. Like they wait for it like Harry Styles tickets are going on sale. It's amazing. And I just love it so much because of how long lasting it is. And you know that I'm like super frugal and I don't want to spend money on nail polish that's just going to chip off a day later. And like I can get, no exaggeration, 2 weeks out of an Olive and June manicure that I do myself at home for basically free.
Well, here's the deal. With Olive and June's Manny system, you too can achieve beautiful salon perfect nails at a very, very, very affordable price, but also you're just like doing it yourself. It's the ultimate secret behind salon perfect nails at home. All in one. No guessing, no messy nails, no salon price tag.
So skip the salon, stay home, use Olive and June. If you have a question about what you need to do, because sometimes I'm like, oh, I want to try this technique or this effect. Go on Olive and June's Instagrams. They have a million Manny tutorials to answer any question that you could have. For me to be able to paint my nails and they come out looking like glossy and perfect and professional and not like a child did them is a gift.
Well, part of it is just because that's how easy the Manny system is. They have this thing that they call Poppy. It's a little patented brush handle. It makes it real easy to paint with both of your hands, like your dominant hand and your non-dominant hand. And the polishes are truly amazing. My nails have been getting a break from the fake nails, and they've they've been looking so good recently.
They come back to life.
They're coming back to life. And people are like, your nails look adorbs. And I'm like, thank you. And then like, where do you go? And I'm like, Casa Kismet. And they're like, where is that? I'm like, Olive and June.
It's at the corner of Olive and June. It's amazing. I can't stress enough that nail polish formula is self-leveling and shiny, and it just lasts for a really long time. And they'll also tell you how to like touch it up if anything should happen to it so that you can stretch your mani for as long as possible.
Which is why getting beautiful salon perfect nails in your own homes is now a dream come true with Olive and June. Your new nail life is here. Visit oliveandjune.com/busy for 20% off your first Manny system. That's oliveandjune.com/busy for 20% off your first Manny system. Go get your nails. You're going to thank us. I love you so much.
So, yeah, Scholastic Book Fair for adults. We're doing it.
I love it. I love it.
Seems good. Okay, great.
I actually love it.
Yeah, I think that's great. I think that's great.
Really came through with the cameos.
Yes.
Sammy's
the best.
That was like, so there was the Dear Evan Hansen sort of like misstep.
Yeah.
But there were also 2 videos from Cameo from Kaylin and Weston Corey that were a real fucking amazing. And all I want to say is this. Cameo is a genius invention.
Yeah.
Genius.
Yeah.
Fucking genius. And if I represented any young talent that had like a giant fan base in this moment, I would be like, get your fucking ass on Cameo immediately.
Right.
Because it is so fleeting. These kids are like amazing, but like I don't think the entertainment industry is their journey. Like they're just like life vloggers or whatever. And they're like hilarious, but whatever. But I truly, like, having been on a teen show, I would recommend to anyone on a current teen show, which we can talk about your CW article that you sent me, I would say get your ass on Cameo now. Take that money, every dollar you make on Cameo, and invest it.
Yeah. Save it. Invest it.
I mean, this is back to the Sydney Sweeney of it all.
Yeah.
Like if I were Sydney Sweeney, fucking Instagram, baby. $5.99 a Cameo. Not Instagram. I keep calling Cameo Instagram. Shit.
It's that
you know what I
rosé.
mean?
That rosé is hitting you real hard.
It's not that. It's literally that I'm...
That Instagram was your medium. It was your medium. That's where you really, realize the power of these phones that we hold in our pockets for connecting with an audience. Which, by the way, we did like an emergency non-podcast that we put up on the Substack as a treat for paying subscribers.
I hope you thought it was a treat. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, but you got to see our faces and we discussed like Sydney Sweeney being in the news for talking about like how, it's difficult. It's a challenge because she doesn't come from like generational wealth. And so she really, even though she does technically make a lot of money, she's also spending a lot of money to keep herself where she is and how it would be impossible for her to take a chunk of time off. We talked about that. We talked about Britney Spears, Kevin Federline's attempt to gotcha her with his, speaking of Instagram, posting Instagram videos recorded by their kids. It was interesting. We had a good talk and it was on video so you could see our faces. If you're interested in that, it's still up for paid subscribers. And yeah, there you go. That's what we did. I think Cameo is a good invention too. Louis Anderson made that nice video for Lincoln about because it wasn't a cameo technically, but I think about it because like Louis Anderson was doing cameos at the time and for like $350 or something. But somebody told a mutual friend, my friend Jason Schomer told Louis Anderson that Lincoln and I had been watching Baskets over the quarantine and the pandemic and how just like touched Lincoln was by Louis' portrayal of Christine Baskets, which is like maybe one of the all-time greatest TV characters that's ever existed. It's weird. I didn't think Baskets was for me for the longest time, but then when Louis stepped in as Christine, the whole different thing. But so anyway, Lincoln tells me all the time, he like watches that video repeatedly and how it means so much to him. And so Cameo is a cool thing. I like it. I
think so too.
Yeah.
All that to say, Caissie and I are on Cameo. No, I'm kidding. I am kidding, but I'm not kidding. But we are, but I'm not. But I'm only. Oh boy, whatever. Anyway, you understand. You get it. You get it.
Yeah.
I just am saying, like, I reaped the benefits of that Cameo situation. With 30.
Yeah.
Thank God.
You were lucky. They were so nice to do it. And
oh my God, they were so cute.
So nice.
No, the videos were so cute.
That's very sweet. I like that they had their Cameo shut down too, because I think that's like very mentally healthy.
Yeah, they were really cute.
It's good. They seem like good kids.
They do seem like good kids, and their parents seem good. And I like that their mom follows me. And also, like, I was concerned because they live in Texas. And then I was like, oh no, are they Republican? And then I like did a little digging into their parents' social medias. And honestly, no, they're great.
Seems like
they're
the
great.
coast
We're
is
good.
Clear. Yeah.
Seems like we're on the right track, as opposed to the guy that sat next to me on the airplane today who was looking at something called the Liberty Press or something like that online.
Oh, no.
And I was like, oh boy.
Oh, no.
And then I had a moment where I was like, it was just, he was aisle, I was window.
Yeah.
Coming back from Chicago, my plane died.
Ugh. Which
Guys,
is why
it's fine.
the aforementioned journey I was talking about, because he was texting me like, I'm on the plane, I might be a little late. And then like,
I was like, the plane died. And Caissie was like, what does that mean? Are you okay? No, I was like, no. everything's fine, but I'm literally booking it over to the like help desk. And I was supposed to fly into LaGuardia. Here's what I want to say is amazing about living in New York, which is you got 3 airports to choose from.
A lot. I mean, even more because you can like
white planes.
You can fly into Connecticut, white planes.
Sure.
There's like a few in Connecticut.
So I was supposed to fly into the new fancy LaGuardia, which I love.
Yeah.
And then legit was like, this plane is dead. Bye.
Yeah.
And got off the plane and people were like scrambling, trying to get on to the next flight to LaGuardia.
Right.
And I was like walking over toward the gate for the next flight to LaGuardia. And I just happened to glance to my right. And I saw boarding in 3 minutes to Newark, New Jersey. And I was like, yes, bitch, get me on that plane. And so I went up and they were like, wait, you were, okay, I was in first class, but only because I have platinum status, guys. Don't get upset about it. But I fly a lot and other people pay for it. But anyways, they were like, you were in first class, but we don't have that anymore. And I was like, that's fine. Get me on the plane. I'm late for my podcast already. And they were like, I'm sorry, what? And I was like, oh, well, I do this. Okay, I had a late night talk show. And then, wait, let me just explain. And then, so then Caissie and I were like, and then 45 minutes later, no, I'm kidding. But I was like, I don't give a fuck. So they put me though in the exit row. And so it was like, I was in the window. And then there was this like, I'm going to say it. He looked like a military bro.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
But
I get
older.
Yeah.
Like in his 30s.
Yeah.
Like maybe like works like special ops now. Like he's like,
maybe.
No. You know what I mean? Like he's like, he like works for like private security. What is that thing? That international private security that's like former military.
Oh,
what are
gosh,
those people?
I don't even know.
You know the Donald Rumsfeld thing. Blackwater.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Something like that.
That was the guy that was looking at fucking Patriot Games or whatever the fuck the website was. And then I had to Google it because I was like, I mean, this is my brain.
Good.
My brain was like, but what if it's like a liberal thing? And he's like, just like, he's defying my expectations. And I'm just assuming the worst because he's just a white man with a buzz cut in his 30s who is Googling something called Patriot something. It's not. No, it's not.
It was.
Great.
It
It's
was
not great.
exactly
It's not great.
what you thought.
And then I was like, do I say something to him? I'm not kidding. I was like, it's just the two of us here, human to human. Do I say to him? Because I was reading Jessica Valenti's blog on the plane, which is why I tweeted those things.
Yeah.
About her like abortion all day or whatever part of her Substack.
Yeah.
And I was like, should I say something to him? Should I be like,
where were you on January 6th?
Like, hey, bro, you seem okay. I'm not going to say that you didn't rape someone between the ages of 14 and 24, but I'm not going to say that you don't regret your actions in this moment.
Right. Okay. That goes pretty hard to a stranger.
Oh wait, that was too hard. Okay. Wait, let me back up. Back up. Okay. I'm like, hey, guy, you seem all right. I'm so sorry, but I just noticed that you are looking at this thing, this site, this news site in quotation marks. I just want to say to you, like, I'm a person.
I'm a whole person.
I'm a whole actual fucking person. And I just wanted you to hear that from me, a whole actual person with a vagina, uterus, tits, etc. My vagina, uterus, tits, etc. Not so much in question in this moment in time. but lots of other vagina, uterus, tits, etc., or just vagina, uterus, or just uterus, etc., are actually in question in this moment as to their personhood.
Right. So
It'd be
what do you think?
great.
Yeah.
It'd be great. It'd be great if you could like try to see this side.
Close the fascist website and just like, let's have a good flight. Put it on airplane mode, sir.
I don't know. It's too much shit in this world. I hate it.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a wild week since we spoke. A lot of FBI info, a lot of...
Oh, wait, walk me through it. What's happened? I was very preoccupied with lots of things. Lots of things.
I'm sure you're aware that the FBI went to Mar-a-Lago to
Yeah, but we talked about this last week.
some things. Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, like, since then, there's been, people are, for the first time in history, Republicans are, like, against the FBI and are like,
They want to defund it? Is that what I saw?
Yeah.
Oh, bless your heart, Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Overreach by the FBI, but also there was the thing where Trump was like, they took my passports, and then the FBI
Passports? Like multiple?
I think because you have like when you have like a private citizen and like a presidential passport when you're the president.
Is that true?
I believe so. Like a diplomatic passport or something. But anyway, the FBI was like, we don't have your passports. So and then just
They're like, bitch, you misplaced them.
Yeah, like what guy knows where his passport is, first of all?
Oh my God. By the way, just FYI, ex-husband Mark, no idea where it is. Guys,
the FBI took it.
Guys, it's in my uterus right now. That's where it is.
It is not uncommon, Mr.
No one
Trump.
knows where their fucking... Certainly no man knows where their fucking passport is, but literally no one knows where their passport is until it's the day before their friend's destination wedding international. And they're like, motherfucker, where's my passport? And then they find it and they're like, it expired 3 years ago. What am I about to do?
This is the true story of Raymond Padilla that year. But it's happened. I mean, for your birthday, I had to get a rush job passport.
You did. And so did Emily Beebe. And my friend Robin Shore, I believe, didn't even make it. Like she was like faced with it. She was like, I honestly busy. I can't. Like, I can't. It's too much. It's too hard. I love you another time. That's all I'm saying.
Gosh. Yeah. Happens to everyone. But anyway, just don't go accusing the FBI of taking your passport first thing before you even go look for it.
Can I be honest? Melania's got that shit.
Probably. What else is going on? Just, what else is happening with you? You've only been home for
a minute and a half. Gina went. I think I'm hopeful that she's like just passed out in Casa Kismet's bed. But we'll see. I hope she's not. I hope she didn't fly like the wind off the balcony because the door is open because I turned the fan off because I didn't want any fucking noise issues. Okay, what am I eating for dinner though? Let's be real. Am I going to go rigatoni alla vodka? Or am I going to do a pizza?
Both of those seem good. Both seem...
Yeah. No, I know. But what do you want me to eat?
Eat rigatoni.
That's right. That was the right answer. Even though this place is called Sourdough Squares Pizza. Wait, should I get a pizza?
I mean,
this was a curveball. I'm so sorry.
Now you know where Birdie gets it.
Oh, wait. What is this pizza? A curveball? Now I know where Birdie gets a
No,
curveball.
where Brady's like, I want the calamari and the...
Right, because we're all Veruca Salt. I want it now! Guys, if you don't think that I don't know that I'm Veruca Salt, then you don't know me. Pesto chicken pizza? That sounds good. Honestly, I want to try this. What? A spicy rigatoni pizza. Get the fuck
You can
out
have
of
both.
here. Sir, you have just made the pizza of my dreams. Thank you very much. Add pepperoni, add to order. Goodbye.
You did it. You did it.
What's the onion soup pizza? I didn't add that.
Onion soup pizza.
Remove item. Remove it.
Oh my gosh. This is
move it. Live. This is live.
This is shades of I feel like we're getting to experience what your time with Katie Asselton was like when you maybe had a little
too much rosé.
Too much rosé and
Too much traveling and too much rosé.
And your food didn't come.
Not enough food and too much rosé. That's the name of my next book. Who wants to pay me my advance?
That should be your next book.
Guys, fucking Oh no! I just saw my handwriting for a Scholastic book fair for adults and Caissie. No, this is not good. Can we call it? Should I not be doing this podcast right now? What are we doing? Is this terrible? I gotta go. I don't know. Guys, I love you so much. Oh my God. I hope you're doing your best. Bye.
Well, we're already here. So Busy's not going to be able to talk.
It's been a fucking week and it is only Tuesday. It's been such a week.
It's Tuesday night, at least.
It's not. Literally, it's been such a week. Like Sunday, I legit was like, I'm done. I'm done. Let's call it. I am a done person. This is all too much for me.
You rallied. You brought it back.
I rallied. I did go to Chicago because it was important.
Yeah.
That I do it.
You showed up to Chicago where you needed to be.
Right. I showed up to Chicago. My aunt is it is complicated because my mom's in Hawaii right now. And so she's listening to this and she doesn't even know I was in Chicago. Okay. So hi, Barb. And and my aunt, it is weird because I don't know this woman very, really at all. But she's my mom's sister and it's all guys, family's complicated.
Family is complicated. My whole group chat today was just about our complicated families.
Oh, that's rude that I'm not on that group chat, but okay. Did I get kicked off of it?
No, it's it's Ashley Nicole Black, which you, me, Ashley Nicole Black, and Chelsea Devontes
dead.
have
It's
a group chat. It's a dead chat.
No one has chatted for so long.
because
my
so
secret
busy.
No. My secret belief is that you fuckers are on another chat minus ya girl.
No, that's not true. But I am on a group chat that is Ashley Nicole Black and Kristen Bartlett, who was the head writer of Full Frontal with Samantha Bee.
Rude.
And I think it mostly started I think that group chat started mostly because the kids were variously watching their dogs. And so it was a way to communicate about that. But today it was about family.
Family is complicated as fuck.
Sometimes it can start out being can your kid watch my dog? And then next thing you know, you're just talking about how your grandfather was born out of wedlock and how that, was that generational trauma was passed down.
Here's what I'm going to say. Okay. I'm looking at an empty bottle of wine and a glass that has about a little over a half in it. So just so like we all get our bearings in terms of where she's at in this moment.
Yeah.
I also want to say this. In the last 12 hours, I've eaten some chilaquiles.
Good.
A bag of pretzels. 2 random ass American Airlines biscotti. A cup of Coke.
Okay.
No, not like Coke the drug, like
No,
a cup of Coca-Cola and scene.
So that rigatoni pizza cannot get here fast enough.
Can't get here fast enough. And you know what?
What time did you open that bottle of wine? 60 minutes ago.
Okay. Fair enough.
She was thirsty.
She's thirsty, but she's also just fucking had it. I sent you the thing of the guys like with the like that tweet about abortion and the lady who was like her teenage daughter had stopped, like went in for her gynecological exam.
Yeah.
Or was it just a checkup maybe?
It might have just been a regular checkup.
With the pediatrician?
Yeah.
And she asked when was the start date of her last period. And she was like, my period's regular. There's nothing out of the ordinary. Thank you.
Yeah.
And the mom was like, wait, whoa. Why'd you do that? And the girl was like,
doctors can no longer be trusted.
Doctors can no longer be trusted, and they should become accustomed to not knowing about our cycles. Full stop. Okay, so I sent it to Caissie because I saw that, but then I scrolled down to the replies, and there was this guy named Rick, obviously, who had a lot of likes on this reply, which was like, this makes no sense to me. Should the doctor then be free of any liability to any misdiagnosis? To me, you can't not disclose information because you don't trust the doctor, but then legally expect accuracy of diagnosis and treatment. Blind mistrust is as bad as blind trust. And then it's like, the responses to that was like, sir? Hey, Rick?
Sit down, Rick.
Shh. Baby. I see your suit and tie. I see your glasses. And I'm going to need you to take all of that and sit the fuck down. I need you to sit the fuck down right now, Rick.
Oh, my God.
And I need you to shut the fuck up. But then I kept scrolling, and then I sent Caissie all of it, and I was like, please look at the replies. Do men not understand women's bodies, bodily function, women as humans, period, at all? And Caissie was like, they do not, ma'am. No.
I said they might know everything that ever happened to a baseball team before the man was born, but they'll never learn this information.
They will never know.
I do want to say a couple things. Somebody did respond to Rick in good faith, as if like maybe you might not know this.
Sweet. It was sweet. Good faith, in good faith is sweet. And I love you. I love you if you're an in good faith person. I myself at this moment in time am not.
Yeah. This person was saying doctors don't always need to know that information.
They don't need the information.
It's like asking your age or how tall you are. It's a nonsense checklist question they still ask out of habit. Only now the answer can be weaponized, which many thousands of people liked that answer. To his credit,
I will say to Rick's credit. I will say this too. To Rick's credit. Bless you, Rick. Bless you.
He said, this conversation is truly helping to expose and drive home to me the level of internalized misogyny in our society, something all men need to hear and understand on a visceral level. Still have a lot to learn. So great, good for Rick. But what interested me was how many women from other countries who were like, my doctor never asks that. Because like, for real, I can go into the doctor and be like, my eyebrow hurts. And they're like, is any chance you could be pregnant? And I'm like, no.
Pretty sure no.
Pretty sure it's not a pregnancy-induced eyebrow pain. But
I dislocated my knee and needed surgery when I was 14. When was my last cycle? What? I'm sorry, what? Why?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Sir?
It's just one of those things. Like it's
Just one of those things that you
like
want to be left alone. Just one of those things.
we can be doing better. It's the same. Well, I know that many women who are heavier also have had that experience where you go in and you're like, I think I like bent my finger back, and they're like, have you ever thought of losing weight? And you're like, I mean, yes, obviously, every day of my life I've thought about it. It's impossible not to do so in this country, but can you help me with my sprained finger? What do you think?
Just so you know, pictures don't do you justice. There is something that is not quantifiable in photos. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure.
Great. I literally ordered something from Tribeca. I couldn't be further from fucking Tribeca right now. This is
it's going to
so
take a long
goddamn
time.
stupid.
It's going to take a long time. I was going to say, I was going to be generous with medical professionals. Generous? I was going to be generous with medical professionals and say that it's not always malicious. I think it's a bad habit, and bad habits. It'd be great if they broke. But then here's what I also will say. If it's been pointed out and you're curious about like what people think of the care that you're giving them, if it's been pointed out that you have a bad habit and you're not doing everything you can to break the bad habit at this point, then it's, then it is maybe a little malicious in a way.
I agree.
And I'm sure that doctors are, I think they're caught off guard as much as all of us are. Like, how do we go forward with this? But I hope that doctors are understanding and not tough on young women when they don't want to give that information because, because we've learned that we can't share that information safely anymore.
This is depressing.
It is.
I have to pee and I need water.
Yeah.
And also, I got to find out where Gina is.
Find Gina.
I'm afraid that she's like, no. No.
No. For so many reasons.
No. She's asleep on my bed. Let's be real.
Okay,
hold on. I'm gonna pee. I'll be right back.
And get water and everything.
How to Buy a Home podcast is where we want to be. We want to buy our first homes, but we don't know how to get in. What's the way the market's working now? Wow, guys. Off the cuff.
That was a full, it was more than just a jingle. It was a full theme song.
That was the theme song. That's the new theme song of the How to Buy a Home podcast.
Hosted by the great David Sidoni, who we love.
And David Sidoni is like, okay, that's not the new theme song, but also busy. Thank you. But also thank you.
Because he's a nice man.
He's a nice man and an industry expert with years of experience who's devoted to helping first-time home buyers who just don't know where to start or how. And he's like, I'm going to walk you through it step by step.
It really makes buying a home much less intimidating because it's like one of the most intimidating processes that you go through as an adult.
Okay, I'm just saying I had the benefit of having a realtor mother. My mom, Barbara Phillips, shout out, is a realtor. But if Barbara Phillips isn't your mom, you need David Sidoni in your life, especially if you're a first-time home buyer. But even if you're like, I'm just unclear about this market now. I bought a home a while ago. What am I doing? Where am I going? What's going to happen? Nah. He's just an incredible resource. He's full of knowledge. And guys, start your path today by going to howtobuyahome.com and make this the last year that you rent. You can also find the How to Buy a Home podcast on YouTube and also wherever you listen to podcasts. Where are you listening to this? How are you hearing this right now?
How to Buy a Home is also there.
Also there.
It.
Also
we
there.
Promise.
David Sidoni, we love you. Ned, oh Ned, I've been doing better with Ned. My hands have been less numb with Ned. That's a true statement.
Oh, nice. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah.
Listen, I've been trying to do more rituals.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've been trying to just be more mindful, like meditation, taking deep breaths, and using my Ned supplements that I've been using. All of these things add up to help me feel better throughout the day. I'm not kidding. The truth is, when I take 3 minutes to remember to mix up my Ned and take it before bedtime, my entire being feels different.
Yeah, you know that I'm a huge fan of the Ned Mellow Magnesium Super Blend. I've always taken magnesium for many years on the advice of my very smart doctor, and the Mellow Magnesium is my favorite product just because, like you said, Busy, it's like a little ritual and it's not just popping a couple pills. I'm using this super blend that I really like, and it sort of signals that it's the end of my day. And I know that it makes a huge difference in how my body feels.
Me too. And also the thing is a lot of these supplements and things, I'll go to health food stores or whatever, walk the aisles, and I'm just I don't know. I don't fucking know. I don't know what I'm getting. And the transparency that you get with this company is that Ned shares third-party lab reports. They know who farms their product and their extraction process. And it's all right there on their website. It's full transparency, which I very much appreciate.
Yeah. And Ned products are full of premium CBD and a full spectrum of active cannabinoids, terpenes, flavonoids, and trichomes. I know that CBD for me relaxes my body in a way that I don't think it has been in years. I feel like a new person.
Guys, we all need to be relaxed like we haven't been in years. So listen, become the best version of yourself. Get 15% off Ned products with code BUSY. Go to helloned.com/busy or enter code BUSY at checkout. That's HELLONED.com/busy to get 15% off. Thank you, Ned, for sponsoring the show and offering our listeners a natural remedy for some of life's most common health issues. And thank you for bringing yourselves into our lives, because Caissie and I both have benefited greatly from it. For real, for real, for real. That's not part of the copy. That's just true.
Gina was fine.
She was asleep on the bed. She is stinky. She is stinky.
What happened? How'd she get stinky, do we think?
She needs to go get a groom.
A groom, a bath.
I've been taking her to the dog park where they have water, and it's been really hot and humid here. And then she goes and she cools off and enjoys her life, and then smells not great.
Sometimes
she's very cute. She's very cute.
Sometimes my dogs just smell very doggy when they come inside. I don't know what it is about the outside that makes them smell doggier than they did when they first went out, but
I've smelled a couple people recently that really smell like grass.
What do you think that's about?
I don't know. Were they golfing? I don't know. Were they out with grass? Grass. They smell like grass.
Interesting.
They're it's not fresh grass. It's I've been rolling around in grass.
Interesting. Huh.
Like two people, two men recently,
Separate.
not men
like,
that I know, not
Okay.
men I know. Men I've been
Interesting.
in, like, well, I've been in airports, so you know.
Yeah.
And I wear, by the way, I wear masks.
Yeah. So you were
But
smelling
I
grass.
still
through your
smell the
mask.
grass scent through
Huh.
it. Okay, guys, we're having a real DoorDash situation. I put in 2 orders, and we're going to see which one gets here first.
It's a race. It's a race to save Busy's life from Rose.
I mean, to be fair. Here's what I don't love now that I look at it.
Yeah.
Normally, like, the way that it's structured is that, like, the DoorDash is like the things that are closest to you pop up first.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then you
Yeah.
can click on that. And now I realize this one that I did click on first was like a paid ad.
Oh, hate.
And I feel had.
Yeah.
because of the rosé and because
You're not in a state
I'm not in
to
a
be able
state
to discern from
no,
a paid
to
ad.
discern. I can't
paid ad
discern
from a nearby restaurant. Do you want to hear something kind of cute that happened to me? I mean, I know it's all, it's marketing, whatever. But my friend Garen, who is he is on the Never Not Funny podcast with Jimmy Pardo. My friend Garen is like their like side guy, he's like their producer guy.
Cute.
Anyway, late a couple nights ago, he tweeted something like, I have a serious question and please don't answer with joke answers. I just want only like serious input. Is right now too late to eat Stouffer's macaroni and cheese? And I said, like, sweetie, it's the perfect time or whatever.
Yeah, I'm going to say never.
Never too late. But anyway, just what
never is the answer.
He then tweeted me like a midnight picture of him taking a bite of Stouffer's mac and cheese.
I love
so
this
happy.
journey.
But then the next day, the Stouffer's Twitter account was like, hey guys, it's also not too early to eat Stouffer's mac and cheese.
Get out of here.
Would you like some? I was like, yes, of course I want some. Within a couple hours, they had sent over like a couple bags of like Stouffer's delightful.
Excuse me?
Yeah, it's the first time anything like that ever happened to me. I see all the time. Our friend Josh Gondelman, I think, got a Dunkin' Donuts card, Dunkin' Donuts for life. I've seen our friend Simran got like some package of Jenny's ice cream, I think.
Excuse me?
Yeah, I think so. This summer, I think she got Jenny's ice cream. I don't think she ordered it. I think it was like you're Simran. We want to send you ice cream. But it's the first time I think I ever got like, a brand was like, we want to give you a perk for just like appreciating the brand. So anyway, we ate some. I think we're going to share some because it was a lot and it was really generous of Stouffer's. And we
Hashtag not an ad.
Hashtag not an ad. We can't fit it all in our freezer, but we did. I had a Salisbury steak last night and it really brought me back. Really brought me back.
I've never had a Salisbury steak.
You've never had, it's just like a individual meatloaf, basically. You've had a meatloaf, right?
Well, my mom and yes, my parents would make meatloaf.
Yeah.
By the way, I love meatloaf. I love meatloaf.
Yeah. Why don't you have meatloaf sometimes?
I made my grandma's recipe for meatloaf for a while for Birdie when Birdie was little.
Yeah.
And it was a hit.
Yeah, of course. It's good.
But Birdie and I were talking recently and I was like, we don't cook in New York as much and it's a bummer. And then I was like, oh, it's the thing. Like you don't cook as much in New York.
Yeah.
You just don't.
Yeah. It's true because it's like a really delivery oriented culture. Like it always has been. Like even before DoorDash and Uber Eats and all that stuff, like people were always getting food delivered to them in New York. It's just like how it is.
Well, right. Like I remember that guy, Morgan Spurlock.
Oh, yeah.
When he did that McDonald's thing. And like
Right.
this was way pre-pandems. I mean, this was like so long ago.
So long ago.
And
Like,
he could, and
he's
he was
canceled
like,
now.
he is? What did he
Yeah.
get canceled for?
He did some bad man shit, I guess.
I'm not surprising.
But anyway.
Okay. But he got McDonald's delivered in New York City.
Yeah, you
and I remember
that in the 90s.
Right. This is what I'm saying. It was the 90s. And this is what I'm saying. I remember watching that and being like, what? What? But it is like a vibe. Like in New York, you just don't like cook.
Yeah, I worked in Midtown on 53rd Street, and the McDonald's near us. I remember when they put up a poster with like, "Here's our phone number." Like, who's ever known the phone number to a McDonald's? And
you
they
did.
put up
You did.
But prior to that, nobody ever called a McDonald's and they were like, "Here's our phone number. You can call and order a McDonald's to get delivered." Because I'm sure that's the only way they could compete with all the diners delivering to all the offices in Midtown. But anyway, yeah, it's such a delivery culture. And I think the kitchens are smaller. And I think it's a pain in the ass to haul groceries up to your apartment.
Well, I know that for sure.
Yeah,
remember
for sure.
my story?
Yeah.
Did I tell that story here? Where the girl from the grocery store was like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to walk you home.
Yeah, she wanted to help you because you had too much stuff. Yeah, that's wild. So I think that's why people don't cook as much. I have known people that have stored clothing in their ovens in Manhattan, which I think is dangerous because if you ever accidentally
turn it on,
your
what are you
oven
doing?
on, you'd burn up your clothes and your apartment. And also another person that I knew in Manhattan, she opened her oven so infrequently, and she had like I think a cat, right? That she was feeding like dry cat food to all the time.
I don't know if I like this.
She literally went to open her oven. I don't know why. And fucking dry cat food poured out of it because rodents had been stealing the cat food and living in her oven and hoarding pet food in her oven.
I don't like it.
And so that's how infrequently she opened her oven. It fell to the floor. The cat food fell to the floor when she opened the oven. So anyway, people don't cook in Manhattan. People cook in LA. I think like people grill outside in LA a lot.
Ooh, my food's
There's
here.
Some of your food.
I don't know what it is though.
Yeah, it's going to be a surprise. You don't know who won the race.
Everybody.
You don't know which.
We didn't even talk about me trying to dermaplane my own face.
Yeah, we're getting to that.
Oh God. I did not do my best at that.
You didn't.
Not shocking.
What got here first? The more nearby. Oh, God.
It's not the place that advertised to me.
It's not the faraway rigatoni pizza place?
No. It's like, no. This is a place that's like 4 steps from Casa Kismet. Literally across, like 1.5 steps away.
Listen, ordinarily, people with misophonia, I'm sorry. You know, I'd like put my foot down about busy eating during the podcast.
No, you do. You do put your foot down. You're like,
but today,
why don't you call me back? No, go enjoy your food. Enjoy your food. Call me back.
Today we're gonna let Busy have some bites of that food because I
haven't eaten since breakfast.
Yeah, and the rosé is just in
the
there
chilaquiles
all by herself.
And then the flight was delayed.
Woo!
And this is a real gluten-free fucking rigatoni shit.
Wait, did you get
literally don't
rigatoni from both places?
No. Oh, sorry. This is fusilli.
Oh, okay. But it's all pasta.
Well, this is gluten-free.
Okay. Yeah.
Place 2 is just full glutes.
I saw a place in Beverly Hills when I was at the dermatologist at Dr.
Tell me about the booping the nose.
Dr. Mavis Billups. I went to see her. I just love her. She just booped my nose, like, because I had to take my mask down so she could look at my formerly infected nose. And she was like, "It looks so great." And then she just turned my face one way, the other way, and she was like, "I love your nose." Boop.
Adorbs.
It was adorbs. I love that lady. She's fantastic. And she She said something really funny. It was like she booped my nose, but it was mostly all business, like a quick appointment. She was busy because she has appointments on Saturday, which I think is so considerate for people that have to work and that's the only day they can come. And then she was like, okay, so you have the cream. You know, if that infection returns, that's what you use on the cream. And you're wearing sunscreen every day. And so that's everything. The only thing we need to work on is getting homes in other countries. That'd be good. And she was like, that's my focus. I think that'd be so great. She just was, just added it on there to like, dream big that you might get a vacation home in another country.
I mean, I don't even know. Like, let's be real. Like, maybe it's not a vacation home. Maybe it's like our escape.
Your full home. But I thought it was so funny. I was like, just coming out of left field with one last thought. Use sunscreen every day. Also, think about trying to have an escape in another country. That'd be.
I think we have to be specific with our goals and dreams. Also, I just want to say to you guys that this pasta is so hot. It's as if my mom made it in the kitchen right now.
Yeah. Well, it's about
and then was like, I'm going to microwave it. And then I'm going to give it to you. And I'm trying to eat this shit. And I'm telling you, this is the hottest shit I've ever. No, it's great. It's great. I love it. I love hot food. I live for hot food.
Oh yeah. So anyway, but next to Dr. Mavis Billups's office in Beverly Hills, I saw an ad for a place that wasn't open because it was in the morning, but it was like boasting gluten-free noodles, but it had all the things. Like it had like gluten-free noodles like you're eating right now, but also you could get like the zucchini spiral noodles or you could get spaghetti squash. You could like choose your own gluten-free poison. On which to get
no one has ever called anything gluten-free poison. Just it's actually legit the opposite of poison.
When they say pick your poison, you could like pick, I want spaghetti squash, I want zucchini spirals.
Right, but pick your poison in furs, a thing that you will enjoy. And not a thing that you will tolerate because you're either like you have IBS or celiac or any number of other things, or you're like a person that's like, I'm eating clean, which is just an eating disorder. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie.
I'm not going to lie. I like zucchini spirals.
No, you don't.
I do. I really do. I like zucchini spirals, but I'm very specific about it. It can't be like some watery shit. Like you have to prepare it properly. If you get all that watery, like the watery stuff from the zucchini in the spaghetti sauce, I'm gonna be mad. But I would be perfectly happy with a pile of zucchini spirals, sauce, and like 2 meatballs. I'm very happy with that.
Okay.
Pasta is not that important to me. And
Fuck off. Oh, I'm so sorry. What?
You know that when I do have pasta, I'm such a bitch about the way the sauce is put on it. Like here's what I am not, I don't have a huge ego about a lot of things, but I have a huge ego about the way that I put sauce on pasta. I don't think anyone does it the right way. I think I do it. I think I do it the right way. I think I've learned.
What is the right way?
The right way is that you cook your pasta so it's slightly undercooked. You don't fully drain and rinse the pasta. You drain most of the water, but you leave like a scoop of water in there. You put it back on the heat. You start stirring it around. Then you put the pasta sauce in and you continue to cook until the pasta sauce is warmed up and the pasta sauce continued to cook the pasta, and then the water that you left in there forms like an emulsion that makes the pasta sauce stick to the pasta. And then at the last minute, you put a couple of hunks of butter in there. You can put olive oil.
Oh,
too,
wow.
But a couple hunks of butter.
Here's what I'm going to say.
The way.
That is the ancient way. that is Like when we're talking about mindfulness and we're talking about meditation, we're talking about all kinds of things and like the spiritual way. That is it.
That's how you do it. So like when I see, especially on TV, when I see like a big pile of spaghetti with just somebody ladled some sauce over the top.
No. Everyone knows.
It makes
if you
me
don't
furious.
listen the fuck up. Everyone knows. You save a scoop of pasta water. Everyone knows this.
I hope you know
I do it
this.
a little bit. I do it a little bit different though.
Okay.
I save a scoop of the pasta water, but I drain my pasta. So
Okay.
I pre-take when we're about ready to go. Ready to go.
Understood.
A scoop, maybe two, goes into a bowl of the pasta water.
Yeah.
The rest of the pasta gets drained, not rinsed, drained, thrown back into a pot. Sauce added. Then pasta water added.
Pasta water. Okay.
Stirred around, but pasta water as needed.
Yeah. I always just put the same. It's always like a scoop's worth, like a ladle's worth of pasta water for me. But if you haven't been doing some version of this to your pasta, I have great news for you.
It's not too late.
It's not too late, and you can level up your pasta saucing game.
Level up.
I know that one. Also, wait, when you make latkes, because you make really good latkes.
I make the best latkes.
The
best!
Do you use the starch from the potato water, or do you just add starch?
My process is complicated. Involved. And to answer your question directly, no, I add starch.
You add starch? Oh, okay. Because I
eliminate the starch from the water.
Oh, okay.
And it's a whole process.
Okay. How do you eliminate the starch from the water?
You soak it, drain it, like use paper towel, suck it out, then do it again a second time.
Wow. Oh my goodness. Do you know Rebecca Metz? My friend Rebecca Metz. I always feel like you must know each other and you should know each other. She's a great actor. And I love her so much. And she's
What is she from?
She's on the show Better Things.
Oh, okay.
With Pamela Adlon. She's also on a Disney show called Coop and Cammy that I don't think it's on anymore, but you can probably still watch it. But
second order's on the way.
Oh, so exciting. Rebecca Metz gave me her dad's recipe for latkes, and it had to do with getting the starch out of the potato water, and using that in the
potatoes,
latkes.
not the potato water, the potatoes.
Well, but the juice from the potatoes, then you let the starch settle to the bottom, and then you pour off the juice, and then you have your starch.
But you have to add water.
Yeah.
Right.
But it was delicious, and thank you to Rebecca's father for sharing the family recipe for latkes. They were delicious. But also B, the feeling of that potato starch was so cool. It's like the coolest thing I ever touched. I feel like they should make makeup out of that because it feels like so soft and silky. I feel like
Scholastic adult bookfair slash. Just stay with me. Potato water cosmetic station. We mix it for you while you're there.
Yes.
And then on the other side, guess what? You get a fucking latke. Guys,
the ideas
is thinking outside the box.
Joy Mangano is shaking in her boots right now.
This is legit what every mediocre white dude is doing 24/7. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
This is the beginning of the WeWork movie. When
I am essentially Jared Leto in drag in this moment. Do you understand?
Oh, he's just like, there. It's high heels
You know
for
what?
babies.
You know what? By the way, I had high heels for babies for Birdie. Somebody gave them to me.
I feel like is that in the movie? People who saw it, was it high heels for babies that he was trying to sell, or am I making that up?
In WeWork?
Yeah.
No, was it? I had high heels for babies. Like
It was
literally, somebody
something
gave them to me.
It might not. It wasn't high heels for babies. I don't think. I think it was like knee protectors for crawling babies or something.
Also, would have taken those.
Yeah, of course. I remember those high heels
This
for
gluten-free
the little
pasta mush that I'm eating. It is incredible.
I'm glad it's so mushy. It doesn't make a lot of noise. She just gave me the dirtiest look. The dirtiest look. Are you going to eat your noodle pizza now? Yeah, of course. Of course. Of course.
Obviously.
She's making up for lost time. But
I'm going to say something. I was with my friend last night in Chicago. And we went to this excellent restaurant, Rosemary, in Chicago, West Loop.
Okay. Not
What's
the bear.
up, Rosemary? Not the bear. That doesn't exist. That doesn't exist. But can I tell you something? Can I tell you something? Can I tell you something?
Yes.
As a person who, first of all, I know Chris Storer, who made the bear.
Yeah. He's so nice.
And Coco, who's his sister, who is a chef.
Yeah.
Who greatly influenced the TV show. And all of that is like, has nothing to do with what I'm about to tell you.
Okay.
And I'm from, technically, Chicago.
Chicago.
And I got there yesterday for like what essentially would be like 27 hours.
Yeah.
Because it was supposed to be more, but we already got into that. And I was like so fucking tired because I woke up at 4 a.m. to take the 6 a.m. so I could see my aunt at fucking 10 a.m. Whatever. On my way into the city, I was like, oh God, you know what I want? I want like a fucking Italian beef sandwich. And I shit you not, 2 seconds later, on my Twitter feed was a New York Times article that was like, since the bear, Italian beef requests have skyrocketed. Guys, I have not watched my friend's show. I haven't watched it. I need to. I know. But also, I'm going to say this. And controversial. Oh, Gina, sorry. And controversial because I want to also preface everything with this other thing, which is that I love Chris Storer, who made this show. And I like I know that he's a good fucking person and et cetera, et cetera. And all I'm saying is that the two shows that have gotten the most fucking watawa in the last several years have been Ted Lasso and The Bear, just two shows starring a very attractive white man. And I know, even without watching it, because I know Chris, I know the script he based the TV show on, which was a feature film he wrote like many 12 years ago, whatever. I know it's not the same fucking shit. I'm just saying culturally, we suck. Our choices suck. Our fucking, like, the way that we like quantify things or qualify things or whatever is like so fucking biased that it's insane. And I don't know what it's a product of. I will say this. Did I see more ads for Ted Lasso than anything ever? Yes. Have I seen more fucking billboards for The Bear in the last 3 months than any other TV show in recent memory? Yes. Both of those things, yes. and they're the biggest fucking shows and people fucking love them. And so is there a direct line to the money that these companies put behind it? in publicizing it and the amount of people that are like singing their praises and like loving it and watching it, maybe.
Yeah.
Fucking maybe. You know what I saw? A Girls 5 Ever bus once.
I also saw
You know
that
what
bus.
I saw? Not one Russian doll billboard ever.
It's true.
You know what else I saw? Do ladies do anything? Are the women doing anything? Are there black people on television?
Well, here's what's interesting about Ted Lasso and The Bear uniquely is that the lead
By the way,
guys,
so happy for them. So happy for them. So happy for them. So happy for them.
the lead white guys are great. They're both
Great.
like both great
We don't
characters.
begrudge a talent.
Don't begrudge a talent.
It's not about that.
Both great characters, both portrayed by really talented people. But both of those shows are interestingly showcases and ensembles of massively talented people who are not white guys, who are also, like, in my opinion, to me, Sydney, which you haven't seen this, so it'll be meaningless to you.
In
For
The
me,
Bear, or is that Ted Lasso?
Sydney is the star of The Bear for me, like her journey.
And
is-
maybe, by the way, maybe that was Chris Storer's intent.
Well,
Do you know
that's
what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. Is it also that some of these people that have been in the business for a long time are like, here's the way that I feel about it, but here's what they're going to let me make. You know what I mean? And like, I mean, who knows? The Bear and Ted
Yes.
Lasso are not compromised in any way. They're wonderful. They're both really wonderful. But like, Ted Lasso really is, to me, the story of, it's not just the story of Rebecca, the team owner. It's the story of like Ted Lasso and her friendship and how they are changed by the circumstances of their lives. To me, that's what it's about. And it's interesting to me that to get anything made, it seems like to me, if I'm being honest, it has to center a white guy. And that is tiring.
This is so interesting. And here's where it is, that the artists behind the scenes and the creators behind the scenes are like trying to pull the fucking strings, as you say, and like make shows that can get in there. And you know what? Maybe I'm just like, I don't know. I don't fucking know. But I've so fucking had it. I've had it. I've just had it. I've had it with the decision makers. They suck.
Yeah.
Because guys, whether you like it or not, whether you're like, The Bear is genius, like, I'm sure it is.
It is.
Like, guys, by the way, I'm sure it is. I'm sure, because I know Chris and I like can't wait to watch it. I'm so excited for him, and I only haven't watched it just because, you know, I can't watch anything because, you know, I can't do anything in this moment in my life. But all I'm saying is just that the people that decide what you see and what you consume are making decisions about what you see and what you can consume. And that's across the board. That's about the news you get. It's about the things that are important. It's about my fucking pizza pastas here. Elementary, but it's pronounced element. I want you to get into the element life. Like, it's elemental to your health and your wellness and your well-being. Electrolytes are elemental. They're an element that you need in your life. You know what I mean?
I feel like you should probably drink some Element tonight.
That's rude. Also, all I'm going to say to you is this. 100% I'm going to drink some Element tonight. 100% you're not wrong. And number 3, I know how important it is to replenish electrolytes after having a few glasses, bottle of wine, after
Being in this heat.
perhaps working out, being in this heat, flying all day.
All of it. All
an
of
active
it.
lifestyle. Element is a delicious electrolyte drink mix. It's got everything you need, nothing you don't. It contains science-backed electrolyte ratio, 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, 60 milligrams of magnesium. It makes me feel good. Just full stop. I love it. It makes me feel good.
It has none of the junk, no sugar, no coloring, no artificial ingredients, no gluten if you don't need that, no fillers because nobody needs that, no BS. Just straightforward hydration with Element.
And like legit, if you didn't trust us, you should trust like the NBA and the NFL and the NHL. Those are professional sports organizations. Also Olympic athletes.
They use Element, Navy SEALs.
Navy SEALs use Element. And then just
and me and Biz.
And then just like us. Like we just use that. Like I legit use it. I love it so much. Right now, Element is offering our listeners a free sample pack with any order. That's 8 single serving packets free with any Element order. It's a great way to try all 8 flavors, or you can share Element with somebody who needs it, like your mom, dad, or your best friend, or your friend in yoga class that you like want to be better friends with, but like you don't know how to like break the ice. You know what I mean? And then you're
Element's the perfect way.
You're like, hey, have I got an electrolyte drink mix for you? Do you want to hang? Here's some Element. And they're going to be like, thank you so much. Yes. What's your number? Let's hang. Get yours at drinklmnt.com/best. This deal is only available through our special link. You must go to drinklmnt.com/best. Guys, it's risk-free. If you don't like it, you can just give it away and they'll just send you your money back. No questions asked. You got nothing to lose. You should try my favorite electrolyte drink of all time, Element. LMNT. Faria. I love it.
So you guys probably already know what Foria is, but in case you don't, Foria is a product line for people who are interested in having better sex with or without a partner using their products. We love the Awaken Arousal Oil and the Sex Oil. And I also personally love reading the testimonials on their website because
always amazing.
They're alternately hot and hilarious.
Listen, guys, imagine the best orgasm or like sex that you've ever had, and then imagine that it could be better. And you're like, wait, what? No, I'm imagining the best. No, better. With the Foria products, because they're designed to naturally enhance sexual pleasure and give you access to bigger and better orgasms. Guys,
who doesn't want that?
Everyone wants it. Everyone wants it. So the Awaken Arousal Oil is kind of like the ultimate pleasure pregame. It's got like CBD and some other, I don't know, ingredients.
Like some warming, sensation-inducing.
Sure. Increasing
organic
pleasure.
Botanicals. Yeah.
And people are just turned on by it. And used together, the Awaken Arousal Oil and then the Sex Oil, boom. It's the perfect combo, peak pleasure.
The perfect 1-2 punch. And it's also really great if you've been experiencing discomfort with sex. It's
or
really
dryness, as you like get like hormonal dryness or whatever. You're like, no, I swear I'm like very turned on, but like I don't know what's happening down there. It's dry.
This is the solution. Foria's got you covered, and it's not going to be a problem.
Foria has got you covered. So yes, you have our permission to try it. We fully endorse that you go ahead and treat yourself to more, deeper, fuller pleasure wherever you can find it, as often as you can find it. And you can start by ordering a bottle of Foria. Foria is offering a special deal for our listeners. Get 20% off your first order by visiting foriawellness.com/best or use code BEST at checkout. That's FORIA wellness.com/best for 20% off your first order. Caissie and I recommend trying their Awaken Arousal Oil and the Sex Oil. You're going to really thank us later, guys. I have to try this pizza pizza for you guys.
Yeah, of course you have to.
Yeah,
it's like we're in.
Oh, this is what I was going to say. This is what I was going to say. So last night I went out with my friend in Chicago.
Yeah,
for dinner. Rosemary. Literally, guys. In the West Loop, if you get a chance. Joe is the chef. It was one of the best things I've ever had in my life.
Oh,
one of the best meals I've ever had in my life. Wait, this guy's here. Hold on.
You got it.
This pizza weighs literally 47 pounds.
Of course, it has pasta on it.
Hold on. I don't even know what to do with this shit. It's so heavy.
I love a heavy pizza.
Oh my God. When I tell you this weighs, I wish I owned scales.
I can see how hard you're gripping
it is so, this is, oh my God, it looks so gorgeous. Oh my God, look at this baby. She's beautiful. I love her. She's nothing but a carbohydrate. And I'm going to have to put my mic on a stand, so you guys are just going to have to bear with me. I'm going to take a picture of her for you.
Okay.
This is crazy. You guys. Wow. Caissie, look. Caissie.
That's amazing. That's gorgeous.
She's beautiful.
The pictures didn't do her justice.
You know what? I'm so sorry to interrupt. The pictures do not do you justice, ma'am. Oh my God. This is the best fucking, fuck me. This is like also like what I should have been eating in Chicago.
Yeah.
I did want to go get an Italian. I didn't get an Italian beef. I didn't get one.
You didn't get an, what did you have at Rosemary?
Oh, so much shit, but not an Italian beef. But my friend was like laughing hysterically because I was like, I could eat one now. And like we ate like a full meal. And I was like, you don't understand. I have a bottomless pit of like, I'm not one of those girls. It's like Cameron Diaz takes a bite of a burger, burps, and is like adorable. Like I remember reading that in Spin magazine in 1995 and like being like, huh? Like I will take down any amount of food. And I'm like Joey Chestnut, guys. Like I don't soak the shit in water, but I have unlimited space inside my body for food. Like I can eat a whole meal, be totally satisfied. And someone's like, hot fudge sundae. And I'm like, yes.
Yes. Immediately, yes. Is
No.
it so good?
Oh my God.
She just took a bite of the rigatoni pepperoni pizza.
This is the stupidest thing I've ever eaten in my life. This feels like a trick.
Oh my gosh.
This is like a gimmick food, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's a little state fairy.
What are we doing? What am I doing? You know, to be fair, Emily Beebe, if you've made it this far, an hour 49, maybe she's in.
Maybe.
Emily's dad, Eddie Bookbinder, was the first one that ever introduced me to the idea of spaghetti pizza.
Oh, okay.
Eddie Bookbinder loved a spaghetti pizza. I was like, spaghetti pizza? What's that? Well, Bessie, you order pizza, you order spaghetti, and you put the spaghetti on top of the pizza. And you eat it.
All right.
Guys, it's a dream.
Rigatoni pizza sounds pretty good. Back in Connecticut, I know you're going to be like, oh, that sounds stupid. But Greek pizza in Connecticut, my fave. I think we've talked about it here. Greek New England pizza. But there was like a salad pizza that was really delicious. Like a very heavily dressed Greek salad on a pizza crust. And I miss it. Like I've thought about trying to replicate it, but I know it'll be unsatisfying.
I don't know if it will be.
I don't know, but I mean, we've never successfully replicated that Greek pizza crust. So that's, that's where we fall down. But wait, do you have what are your regular pizza toppings? Like when you're just getting pizza? I don't think I know this about you. Well, I know you like CPK, barbecue chicken.
Okay. Right. If we're going that route, yes, CPK. Barbecue chicken pizza.
Yeah.
But just regular pizza, pepperoni. I'm just pepperoni.
Just pepperoni.
Straight up. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. We get pizza about once a week. And when Matt gets home from work on Thursday, because he's really tired and we're too tired to cook. And so we get pizza once a week. And God bless him, he asks me every week what my pizza topping is going to be. And it's literally never going to be.
No, he does
never
not.
Going to be different. He's being considerate.
No, I don't like it.
Because what if I change my mind? What if I want mushrooms this week? But he asks me every week and I'm like, I cannot stress to you, honey, how much it will never change from bacon and pineapple.
What?
On one. Yeah. And peppers and onions on the other.
What's happened to you? What's wrong with you? Who hurt you?
I love pineapple so much. I love it on everything and in everything. Everything. So that's for me. I also will eat, sometimes I'm not in a meat mood. So sometimes I will have pineapple and onion. So that's why he has to ask. But it's never.
Caissie, I'm thrown. I did not see this turn of events.
I know it's controversial. People get really upset about pineapple on pizza.
As well they should.
But it's delicious.
Is it?
It really is. It's so good to me.
Explain.
I don't know. It's because pineapple has the most luxurious texture. I like the texture of biting into pieces of pineapple. Mm-hmm. So, and I know some people don't like fruit in a savory thing, but I don't know. There's just something about pineapple. It's just it's a magical taste to me. I'm strictly Al Pastor tacos as well because they have pineapple in them.
Is that why you're strictly Al Pastor?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
I just love pineapple. What's my favorite cake?
Pineapple upside down cake.
I just love pineapple. I'm not drinking a pineapple seltzer right now, but I usually am strictly pineapple seltzer as well.
Holy shit.
I know, but I'm like a child. I hyper focus on a food obsession. And so,
Okay.
Pineapple's my best food friend. Well, now we figured out because I don't know if we're going to be able to work it out, but Busy and I have been invited on Richard Blaze's podcast. Richard Blaze from Top Chef. We're going to try to work it out, and we're supposed to fight about some kind of food. So maybe pineapple bacon.
I'll never fight you about pineapple.
It was so funny because they're asking me what food do you really disagree on? And I was like, I think we mostly agree on everything. We like all the same things, a lot of the same things. I don't like sushi and you like sushi.
I don't like sushi.
You do like sushi.
Not really. No, I really don't.
You don't?
No, because soy, soy activates my IBS.
Oh, so you've just been polite the times we've gotten sushi with people that wanted sushi?
100.
Oh my God, that's interesting. Okay.
Because soy sauce is really activating for me, and I will shit my brains out 45 minutes after I eat sushi. for about 45 minutes. So it's really not worth it.
It's like 90 minutes of your life gone. I just don't like sushi because I don't really like fish. And then on top of it, I don't like raw fish. So
I weirdly like both of those things.
Do you?
Yeah, but the deal breaker is the soy sauce.
Yeah. I will eat like an avocado roll or something. That doesn't have fish in it, right?
No.
I'll eat all the things that don't have like tuna or salmon in them. But that's, it's not a lot. It's not a lot at sushi.
No.
Or I'm always the person ordering like the chicken teriyaki at a sushi place and they're like, ugh, what are you doing? Like even the people that work there are like, we only have this in case of emergencies. You don't want it. And I'm like, I do want it. Anyway, it seems like you're liking this rigatoni pepperoni pizza.
Listen, if things had been different,
if that had gotten there first,
and this guy had shown up here first,
yeah,
I'd be a real happy camper. But you know what? It's probably for the best.
It's all right.
Say, like everything, it's probably for the best.
And you can save that, and I think that will reheat well, unlike calamari. She's just mad I brought up the calamari.
I'm not mad.
You don't want to talk about the calamari anymore.
I'm disappointed in myself.
That you tried to eat leftover calamari and it went bad?
Ordered it in the first place.
You didn't order. Well, yeah, I guess you allowed it to be ordered. But
I didn't put my foot down.
Yeah, well, live and learn. Next time you know. Next time you know. There's calamari's not in the budget.
Okay, speaking of not in the budget, guys. Now we get to me trying to microplane my face again.
Yes, that's the biggest story of the week.
Honestly, what's wrong with me?
I don't think there's anything wrong with you. I just think that, listen, you had this incident where you tried to microplane your face before and
I was stoned.
And you were stoned and you took some face off. You removed some of your face.
I was like, what's his name?
Nick Cage.
John Travolta. I was like John Travolta in 1999
in Face
Off.
So you took some of your face off and we were kind of like, live and learn, don't do this dermaplaning.
Yeah.
Stoned.
Yeah, we were definitely like, LOL. Don't do it.
Let's not do that again.
Don't do it stoned.
But then this week, what happened?
This week, I have been a little bit stressed. And I've been very stressed about lots of things. And then that transfers to the mirror for me. And then I was like, whew, she's looking old. And then I was like, what could make me look younger? And then I was like, ooh, that thing where you shave off your face makes people look, maybe could work. And then I got it out. And then I cut the shit out of my face.
Not stoned this time.
Oh, no, I was very sober. Not like this.
You're stone cold sober.
I was 1:30 p.m. on a fucking weekend afternoon. Had slept well. Sobs. And I was like, this is going to be great. And then...
Gonna save me a bunch of money.
And then what ended up happening is like maybe irreparable damage to my face.
It did make you look younger in that it kind of looked like you fell off your tricycle.
Wait, that's what Bernie said. Oh my fucking God, Caissie. Literally what Bernie said to me. Shit. Did you guys talk?
No.
Birdie's was more like, it does make you look younger because it makes you look like you have like weird like acne and like scratches all over your face that like only a teenager could have.
Oh my God.
Cool.
Well, I don't know. I think I wrote a joke one time about how the real reason sunscreen makes you look younger is because you're crying all the time. And I don't know. I'm sure it was written better, but that's sunscreen is like just as dangerous to me as any of the many things, because I'm like, I put sunscreen on to be safe and to look younger, but I 100% will walk into every sign on the sidewalk because I'm just like crying all day from sunscreen. So I have to stop like putting it so close to my eyes. That's the real essence of youth, is that I haven't learned. I'm still naive enough to keep putting sunscreen near my eyes. That's the real truth.
Yeah.
But you don't look bad right now. You don't look banged up right now.
It took a turn today.
Yeah.
For the better. A turn for the
better.
You guys, I have photos. I will Substack them. I'm not Instagramming this shit. I will send it to Caissie. I actually am not. I'm not going to Substack them. I will send them to Caissie. She can Substack them for you. So you can see them. I'm not in a place right now to make that decision. I need Caissie to just make the call. Guys, when I tell you it looked, it literally looked like I got into like a rollerblading accident.
You fell into a little pricker bush.
It was like road rash. Like I had like weird. Oh, the craziest part was that while I was doing it, I was like, you really should stop. This is not going well. Like you keep hurting. You're hurting yourself. Please stop. Don't. No. Are you sure the left's okay? The left side. Oh God. Stop. I knew it immediately. And I was just like, you know what? We're in. We're already just fucking in. I'm going to keep doing it. Because I was like, what's the worst that could happen?
Oh my God.
You know what? Birdie. Oh my God. Out on Birdie's birthday. It was like the day of Birdie's birthday. Oh God, shocking. Okay. Let's all unpack it. Oh, fine. I've already done the work, guys. I get it. But Birdie looked over and was like, like just totally like nonplussed, like, Mom, your mole is bleeding. I was like, oh yeah, I got it. Don't worry about it.
Oh my goodness. Well, it happens.
Tried to shave my mole off.
Yeah. One time I used some type of, I don't even know what, because I've blocked it out mentally. But again, it was like a similar thing. I was like, I'm going to LA. I'm going to be staying in a hotel where I love to do like a little extra self-care. And I bought some type of potion that I was like, I'm going to give myself like a facial or whatever. We were here doing Watch What Happens Live, and like my face fully crusted up and fell off in the course of like I looked like a zombie. It was terrible. Like I literally could have taken some of the skin and like pulled it away and like snipped it off of my face. Like that's how much of my face peeled off. I know I have sensitive skin. What was I thinking? Like I'm going to try to become a new person like overnight in my hotel room in Los Angeles. It's so stupid. But I was so scared of getting a sunburn on that like brand new skin that I was like walking around all week with an umbrella like a lunatic. It was wild.
You're like, no, I'm goth.
In my like little Marilyn Monroe dresses or whatever. I mean, it was ridiculous.
Like, it's my personality.
So I felt for you because, I mean, we are constantly trying, right? We're just doing all this stupid shit.
But by the way, I had ripped my face open when that lady was like, pictures don't do you justice. really did want to stop and be like, ma'am, what is wrong with you?
My face has scabs on it.
I am covered in scabs. My Instagrams are nice. What in the fuck are you looking at?
Oh my goodness. How strange.
I would eat this whole fucking pizza. I am the
You
Joey
could?
Chet. Yeah. For sure. I don't understand, like, okay. I'm going to say it. I'm just going to say it.
Yeah.
I think I could be a competitive eater for real. Like, if it was like no tricks, no
Yeah.
soaking shit in water,
Yeah.
take your time.
Yeah.
How much can you eat?
Yeah.
I could eat any motherfucker, any dude under the fucking table. I can eat more than anyone I've ever met. I have room for it and make room for it. I literally never feel sick. It's
That's
why
impressive.
I gained over 100 pounds with Birdie when I was
Yeah.
pregnant with Birdie.
That's
because
impressive.
I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
And?
eating what you
And?
want.
And
Let me ask you a question.
more.
Can you eat fast though? Because that's part of the competitive eating.
no, I'm telling you, this is what I'm saying. You missed that part. No time limit and no
time.
tricks.
Okay.
No tricks and no time limit.
Okay. All right.
So no soaking your fucking buns in water. I don't even
It's
understand
true.
what that does. But like, and also by the way, I'm
pre-choose
not
it. It's gross.
eating hot dogs.
Yeah. No.
But I'm just saying, like,
If there was like a nacho contest.
not necessarily nachos. I'm just saying, if we did like a realistic eating competition
Yeah.
where we're like coursed it out.
Yeah. Like The Amazing Race, but eating.
Yes, but eating. That's exactly right, Caissie. Caissie. Let's think outside the box. What is it? What are we doing next? Scholastic Book Club for Adults, The
Potato
Amazing Race,
makeup.
Potato Starch Makeup, and The Amazing Race,
for eating.
but for eating.
Yeah,
And
okay.
guys, we are printing money. We are printing it. We are.
That's our 2023.
I have a vision board in this moment going that is so specific and so unique. And so
No one else out there is doing this.
no one else out there is doing this. No one would dare. No one would dare. Okay.
Oh
but
my God.
all I'm saying,
You could win a realistic eating competition.
all I'm saying is give me a coursed out realistic eating competition.
Yeah.
When I tell you I ate so much fucking food last night at Rosemary's in Chicago,
Yeah.
and 30 minutes later, I didn't, but I could have eaten like a full Italian beef sandwich. It's not an exaggeration. I am a bottomless pit in that sense.
Do you have a tapeworm? Who knows?
No, there's
Who
not.
knows?
Probably not. Probably not.
When I was 6, I believe, won a watermelon eating contest
Great.
at a home show. Do you have those where you grew up? Like a home show, like where you go look at hot tubs and shit?
No. No.
There's like these things that like it's like a Comic-Con, but for stuff that you wish you could put in your home.
No.
And so I went to one of those, and then they were like doing a thing for the kiddies, and they had like a watermelon eating contest. And I don't know, my dad let me join the watermelon eating contest, and I won that shit because my strategy was I just swallowed the seeds. All the other kids were spitting out the seeds, and I was like,
Amateurs.
No, fuck that. Those seeds will come out later. I gotta plow through this watermelon.
Like pussies, get over it.
And I won shoelaces. I think I got shoelaces from
That's what you fucking want?
yeah, they were like those shoelaces that had like, I can't remember what the design was, but they were fancy shoelaces. They weren't like regular. They were like decorative shoelaces.
Nope.
And also, I didn't win this competition, and here's why. But in my high school, we would always have like a holiday fair thing for charity, and it was very like lo-fi, like very DIY. I didn't go to a fancy high school. And it would always be like the biggest guy would play Santa, and people would, you know, take pictures with him, and all kinds of like silly like DIY carnival games. And there was always a pie eating contest. And, you know, it was like hands behind back, put your face in the pie, eat the pie using no hands. And that was for charity. You had to, I think it was like $7 a pie, and all the money goes to charity. And I was like, I'm going to do it because it was like all guys doing it. And I was like, I'm going to do this and like get pie all over my face and show that I'm whimsical and fun and can hang with the dudes. But the guy sitting next to me was taking the competition so seriously, and we all had our hands behind our backs. And when they said, on your mark, get set, go, he flung his face forward into the pie so hard that I don't know if he broke his nose, but he gave himself
He did not.
He gave himself a bloody nose into his pie.
Oh, no.
And I was like, dude, you're like, your nose is bleeding everywhere. I don't know how much of his own pie blood he ate, but I think that that's the reason why I wasn't competitive, and that because I was so grossed out that this guy was just chowing his own blood pie. It was repulsive. And he didn't win either.
Fucking gross.
You could have just predicted it happening. Like, you're taking like the pie eating contest so seriously that you break your own nose. Your overzealousness, sir.
He went too hard.
He went too hard. He went too hard.
Listen.
It's so dark in your house, right?
No, there's not one light in. There's not one light on. Oh my God, I'm so drunk. There's not one light on.
Oh my
Gina's
gosh.
passed the fuck out. She's like, ma'am, no one has bathed me in 2 weeks. Where have you been? What's happening? I smell like a fucking stinky sock. You're the only one that loves me and takes care of me. Help.
Aww. Poor
She's
Gina.
not wrong. She's not wrong. I am her mom. I am her mom.
She's your girl. She's your girl.
I know, but
Well-
she really does stink. She really does stink.
Well, it's fixable. It's reparable. What do you suppose you're doing your best at this week?
Oh, I don't know, Caissie. You know what? I think I'm doing my best at I think I'm doing my best at like keeping calm and carrying on.
The British way.
True. What are you doing your best at?
Well, I am still trying to continue with the like organizing my space, putting my stuff on Poshmark. I think I've learned something important about myself. I cannot list more than 10 items on Poshmark in a day, and I can't package more than 5. So, like, people that do this for a whole job, mad respect to you, because
Insanity.
it's arduous. It's arduous. But I have been actually like selling a few things. So thanks to some of you, because I'm sure it's some of you that bought some things, which is so nice. And it makes me so happy to think of like some things that I'm just not using anymore, like them having a second life with someone that will appreciate them. And, but I did the stupidest thing, which this person already knows about, but somebody bought like a cute cardigan that I was selling, and I was like, it's in good shape. And so somebody bought it, and I was going to package it up, which is like, oh, that's another part of like the whole, like Poshmark's like, get out your ribbons and your markers and decorate your package. I think they really say,
"Ma'am?"
like, get out your ribbons and note cards or whatever. And, like, I'm trying, because it's fun to get, like, a nice package and get, like, a little care package or whatever.
Sure.
Anywho, as I was going to package it up, I was like, and this harkens back to your dermaplaning. I was like, oh shoot, there's like a little bit of like lint balls in the armpit or whatever.
Oh, no.
And so I got the fabric shaver and I was like shaving, took a huge chunk out of the armpit of the sweater. So then I had to write to the lady and be like, hey, thank you for buying that sweater. I shaved a huge chunk out. It wasn't a huge chunk. It was a small chunk. I shaved a chunk out of the armpit. I fixed it, but like it's not in the condition that it was 5 minutes ago when I sold it to you. But anyway, she was like, send it to me anyway. I'll probably still like it. But I'm just like, whoever is like, I hear all the time, like, women are making 6 figures doing like a Poshmark side hustle. And I'm like, how the fuck are women? It's how are we doing all of the things that I keep reading about in online publications that are also written by women, that is also some woman's side hustle to make, 5 figures on top of all the other shit she does. I just like, I don't know how people are like doing a whole job and then having like a Poshmark side hustle, because I've been at it for less than a week and it's killing me.
It might not be for her.
It might not be for her.
Here's what I'm going to say. Mark and I decided that we needed to like fucking get rid of so much shit that we have in our lives.
Yeah.
Mark is 51 years old. I am 47. That's not true. I'm 40. I'm 43. And like together, separately and togetherly, whatever, separately and together, we've amassed a ton of homeware shit that then we were like it's been in storage. It was like in our basement in LA. It's like store it, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, we're going to get rid of it. But you know what? It's like, don't leave money on the table, especially not now, especially not in my situation. So I like had a call with one of these like resale sites, and she was like, this is fantastic. Everybody's so excited. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to photograph it, clean it, and then you're going to list it. And then it's going to take anywhere between like 3 weeks and 10 months for it to sell. And then like the shipping is like we'll handle that if it's over this amount, but like blah, 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 blah. And then at the end of it, she was like, so, I mean, like, I just think it's going to be great. And like, we don't, and I was like, ma'am, I don't think no, I can't. We don't, there are no reasons. We can't do, this is not going to happen. Like, I'm not doing this. And then I'm like put in this weird position because I'm like, the fuck do I do? Like, I've got this stuff. It's nice stuff. Yeah. I want to fucking get rid of it, but I can't invest the labor, Caissie, that it would require a garage sale. This is what I'm saying. I'm like, we need a motherfucking old school garage sale, which is kind of why maybe Martha Stewart does that every year.
Yeah.
Doesn't she do that?
Probably.
Yeah, she does.
Must. She must. Well, does she go to Brimfield to the big antiques market?
No, she has her own thing.
Oh, okay.
That's like her thing.
Also, by the way, every storage facility in the country should have like a
garage
yearly sale where
sales.
They're like, come to your thing, put a table out front. People will come and buy your junk.
Coming to your town soon. The Scholastic Adult Book Fair / garage sale /
potato
makeuping /
Amazing Race for Eating.
Let's just cry.
So what are you going to do? Are you going to just have a garage sale?
I haven't decided.
Where is mostly everything? Oh, East Coast or West Coast? East Coast.
Everything's East Coast now.
Okay.
So I did pay an exorbitant amount of money that I probably still owe, if we're being honest.
Yeah. To move everything to the East Coast.
To move everything to the East Coast. I'll never again. I want to give this advice to you right now, guys. Guys, listen to me. Listen to me. If you are moving across the entire country,
yeah,
get rid of everything you own. Save what you can put in some fucking suitcases and some boxes that you can ship.
Yeah.
But every large piece of furniture, bye. Get it? Just goodbye. Just kiss it goodbye.
It's not, yeah.
It's not worth it.
It's not worth it. So much of our stuff is still on the East Coast in our Connecticut house. Like, you know, like dishes and stuff. Like we left our dishes and like my bike is there. People are renting our house, but they have to see my old haunted bike in the garage every day. And I'm like, okay. It's so weird. But I don't know. I don't know the scenario by which we would ever get those things back or...
You're never getting them back.
And I'm almost like, just use it, like to the people that rent.
They don't use it?
No. And I'm like, just enjoy it.
Do you know what's funny? So the first summer that we did Vice Principals, which was legitimately 7 years ago or 8 years ago now, 8 years ago maybe, I bought a bike in Charleston because like everybody had these like cute beach cruiser fucking vibes, whatever. I was like, I need a bike. And I bought a bike and it wasn't like the cheapest thing in the world. And it also wasn't like breaking the bank at the moment.
Right.
But I left it there in a person's garage.
Yeah.
And I was like, first of all, the first year that I left it there, it was like a person I didn't know's garage. I was like, when I come back again, can I get the bike? And they were like, sure. And we came back the next summer and I like texted and was like, can I come grab my bike? They're like, yeah, 100%. It's in the garage. And went and got the bike. So then every year since, it has stayed in a different fucking garage in Charleston, like in the place where on the island
leaving it
that we stay. Yes. Like only the first year was it like a person who I actually don't know's garage because it was like the guy whose house I rented while I was filming the show.
Right.
Who like was a stranger and never met that person. By the way, guy, you made a great investment. I'm happy for you. Because he had bought the house like right before we started Vice Principals. And I know what he bought the house for and it was like literally nothing.
Compared to what they're going for now.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
That's
stupid.
Wild.
Anyway, so that was like the only year, like the majority of the year that I left my bike there and Mark's bike and the kids' bikes.
Yeah.
It's not just my bike.
Yeah.
Like 4 bikes I left in this.
Bikes.
A family of bikes I left in a stranger's garage. And he was like very chill about it. And I was like, great. Went back, got them, and then left them in the people whose house we rented that year. They were like, sure, leave your bikes. Left them there for a while. Then I like brokered. This is like not a joke, but I legit brokered the sale of that house, the house that we rented the second year, to friends of mine.
Oh my God.
Didn't get a cut. Should have gotten a cut.
You should
have.
But
then my friends got the house, like after we left, they moved in and I was like, I'm just going to leave these bikes here. You guys will take it. Then it's been at like our friend's house who we stay there every year. We stay at my friend's house every year now for the last like 3 years or something. So the bikes have been there for the last 3 years. And this year was the first year where I was like, this bike looks like it's seen better days.
Do you think anyone has been using that bike?
Yeah, people use them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like people use the bikes. The bikes get used.
I understand. So
And I
people
like
are,
it.
Yeah, you like it. People are like, sharing is caring, and people are like, I can just use this bike this lady left here. It's like a little bit of a trade. When we lived in Brooklyn, we bought a minivan that had a DVD player for the children's row. And it was one of the first models that had that. And we, when you live in the city, you can't, it's a hassle to park your vehicle on the street, and it's not the safest. So we had a garage. We were renting a space in a garage to park the minivan. And we went to go get it, and we were like, oh, interesting. There's like greasy fingerprints on the DVD player thing. And so we just wiped it up. But then the next time there were like a bunch of sets of greasy fingerprints. And we were like to the garage guys, like, by any chance is maybe someone sitting in our minivan watching DVDs? And they were like, yeah. And we were just like, okay, can you just like clean up in here?
Fuck that. What's wrong with you? I would have been like, oh, that's cool. So I won't be charged the $500 this month. And that's cool with all of us. Like,
oh my God.
I would love for you to watch these vids in my car. And I would also love to not be charged the garaging fee, which is exorbitant in New York.
I just had so many questions. It was like just a conversation. I was desperate to leave, but I had questions like, are they watching our Scooby-Doo DVDs that
I
we're
have
leaving?
zero questions except for how much money are you taking off of my bill?
Are they bringing
perpetuity.
their own DVDs, and what are the DVDs? Because I don't want. Here's the only. I just didn't want anyone watching sexy DVDs and like getting carried away in the minivan, because it was a family minivan.
Yeah,
So,
we don't want people jacking off in that.
Yeah,
minivan.
I don't want anyone jacking
no
off.
cum in the minivan. Listen, if I'm gonna talk about periods as much as I do, I have to be able to say cum. Okay?
Yeah, 100%.
Bodily fluids. Don't come in the fucking family minivan, okay, guys? How hard is that? Or not hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Post. Yeah.
Oh, Gina's like, can we go home, please? Yes.
It's completely dark. You've eaten all kinds of carbs.
I've had so much wine and then so many carbs that have offset the wine. And now I feel like it's the only answer is sleep.
Is to go to sleep. Yeah. So, guys, we gave you a range of emotions.
I really feel like we went on a journey.
We went on a journey, and
And here we are.
And we gotta go. And we love you, and we will talk to you soon, either over on the Substack or next week here. But there'll be Substacks materials in the meantime. Check it out.
Things are happening.
They're
going to continue to happen.
We love you so much. And subscribe to the podcast, download, leave us a review if you feel like it. That's nice when that happens. And check out our merch on bravegowns.com and subscribe to the Substack. There's a free option with lots of fun stuff, but you can also do a paid subscription and get cool bonus stuff.
And we like it all.
And we appreciate the support, and we love hanging out with you. And we love hanging out with you over on the Substack. That's very cool too. Next time when we're sobs, Busy's just passing out now as I'm doing business.
What? I'm not. I'm just trying to stretch my arm. Jesus, Caissie.
Next time,
I'm sorry it's like 1 p.m. where you are. I'm sorry that we live in different time zones.
Next time we talk to you, maybe we'll talk more about various business ideas, and also camp, and like maybe a limited tour. We got to talk more about that and really like make it happen.
Okay, let's make it all happen, guys. I love you. Bye.
Make it all happen.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm doing my best.
Oh no.